So right now we are starting, and we're starting with our opening remark from the co-organizer of GDG Nairobi, Kai. So he's going to be giving us the opening remark. Please a round of applause for Kai, please.
Hi, I am Brian Kai. I'm a GDG co-organizer for GDG Nairobi. Today we had buildwithAI Nairobi. It was a full day of having code labs, people building on different Google technologies. We had different sessions.
You don't want to prototype and you want to create your own workspace. This is something that you should be able to do. And these are some of the templates that are available. So we are working with front-end, back-end, mobile, and more.
The chat state notify basically manages the chat messages, and then the log state manages the log entries for debugging purposes.
The latest version of Gemini, we can all address the quality of it. I mean, for coding, most people even prefer using the general model for coding in their cursor or WinServe, text editors, and
the idea about this particular event is to ensure that we have our community members exposed to the latest technologies in the AI space, and also an opportunity for them to see how can they integrate AI into their workflows, into the tech they use in their day-to-day activities, or the likes of Android, Flutter, Angular, even Google Cloud as well, and also an opportunity for them to have a network with each and everyone, their fellow developers.
So this is part of the simulation that I did where they explaining how the old agents used to work. You can see someone is buying a ticket for GDG Nairobi. The conversation is flowing very well, but here when the client requests like for 2 tickets.
Now basically the way APIs work, you have to use an API key in order for you to integrate. So you know how that works, right? So you have Gemini API, and then what you're doing is you're using the API key for you to be able to use the Gemini features into your application. Now if you do not have your API key, some of the core features are going to fail to operate together.
You know, in Python we always create a virtual environment, right? To separate what we do from different things. So, how you create a virtual environment and do for the Windows folks. If you have Mac, I think instructions should be on the README, hopefully. But in Python, this is how you do it. So you do Python -m, v, and v, and then the name of the virtual environment. So if you want to call it v and v, you can still call it v and v, or .v and v, you can still call it v and v, or agent v and v like mine, you can still call it.
So open the terminal, open the project using VS Code. So and then in the terminal, I try and install the dependencies. So npm install.
I'm also doing research for something called multi-agent reinforcement learning, where you have different agents in different location and environments, and all of them have to collaborate together to achieve a maximum reward. But they have to work independently. They have to work independently with the goal of achieving the maximum reward for what they're doing.
I'm going to be doing a session on how to integrate Vertex AI in Firebase. Right now it's called Firebase AI Logic inside your Angular application, and this is what typically how your app will be looking like by the end of our session. So basically it's just, you see the way like you can have like an e-commerce platform, for example, right? And you don't want your users to be having to go through your product catalog, you don't want them to be adding to cart every now and then, checking out and all that. This particular session is going to be about how can you integrate your AI agent.
We want 5 people who have really amazing projects to showcase them.
I'm Kevin Obote. Yeah, so today I built a Swahili Code Master, integrating and incorporating automatic speech recognition for audio, chat capability for Swahili, and also the capability to summarize text. For instance, if you want to summarize like a long paragraph, like a book, you can summarize it into a summary. Yeah, so the impact, I would say, is to allow people to embrace their culture, at the same time prepare for the future of work using language that they can understand. From Swahili that has been used as lingua franca across East Africa and has a capability of being used as an African unified language. So I totally believe that it has an impact for Sub-Saharan and the entire Africa.
My name is Lizelle Morigi. Today I build a Fem Survive application. The impact is to assist, basically it's for gender-based violence and abuse. So for the women that have gone through domestic violence and abuse, whether it's from their own husbands or just in their home or even just out there. So from this app, you can use any language. You can use even Kiswahili, just from any basic language you can use, and just prompt there and say that you're going through this issue, and it will give you some safety plans on how to go about it, whether it's going to a safety center, whether it's reporting the case. It will help you with the medical centers and also the safety centers to get help, whether it's Usikimia. So it's Kenya-based, so it will give you proper guidelines on how to go about it.
My name is Naomi Kirui. I do graphics design consultant. I built a project. It's FinTrack, so it's supposed to help you track your expenses, help you save, budget, that kind of thing. It's supposed to help you. It tracks your expenses and it gives you a summary of how you've been spending your money and guide you on how to save and how to budget. So if you go over budget, it prompts you and tell you that you're going over budget, so you can try adjust your budget.
Hello, my name is Abdullahi Bashir. I was working on an agent that predicts the future of jobs. In the current trends, we can see some jobs that have a growing demand in the coming 5 years, and some jobs that will be obsolete by that time. So I have built an agent that can predict if a job will be in high demand or it will be lost in about 5 years' time. With the growing demand of AI and the fact that almost every industry is using AI in their day-to-day work, so with this agent, you can get to know if you are on the right track, or maybe you can upskill yourself so that you can get to know about AI and the rest of the things related to AI.
Hello, my name is Philip Machar. I'm a student at CTech University, and I'm happy today to join buildwithAI. So the project I worked on is called Mikoko Guardians. It's basically an AI agent that is able to track the location and the number of mangrove trees, their health status. You can be able to tell like if these mangrove forests actually healthy or not by looking at the conditions such as salinity, the amount of oxygen dissolvement that is there, the temperature, so you can be able to tell how healthy or not they are. Yeah, basically that's it. The impact is basically it will be able, when we know all these conditions, we'll be able to conserve the mangrove forest better, because now we know the health conditions, where they are located, the size and all that.
Build with AI.